मित्रों, वर्मा जी, please. मित्रों, as the monsoon session of Parliament concludes today, it is time for us to take stock of what this August House could do and could not do during the session. Of the 18 scheduled sittings, the House decided to take leave on the occasion of Guru Purnima Day, and so we had 17 sittings at our disposal. On another day, the House was adjourned on the day as a mark of respect to former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, late Dr. Kalingar Karunanidhi, after making obituary reference. Going by the trend of the previous two sessions, the media forecast for this session has been that this would be also a washout, with election fever setting in. I am glad, and so would all of you, that for once, media has been proved wrong. I compliment all of you for the same, though it's not to my full satisfaction, but still. Southwest monsoon is very critical for the economy of our country, and it has been by and large normal, with only about 5% deficit in rainfall so far. And the monsoon session of Parliament also brought new tidings, making a break from the last two sessions, which much to the delight of all those who have a stake in our parliamentary democracy. With a productivity of more than 74%, measured in terms of the functional time against the total time available, this session proved to be about 3 times more productive than the last budget session, whose productivity was only about 25%. This is a remarkable improvement, and the credit goes to all of you. Still, I am not fully happy. As far as the legislative output is concerned, this August House has passed 14 bills during this session, while only 10 bills could be passed during the last two sessions put together. This in effect means legislative performance during this session has been 140% of the previous two sessions combined. Still, I am not happy. During this session, the honourable members could collectively address a range of issues with far-reaching implications. Those include positioning of the cause of the social justice on a higher pedestal by conferring constitutional status on the National Commission for Backward Classes and restoring the original statutory provision in respect of prevention of atrocities against scheduled castes and scheduled tribes by addressing judicial impediment. I compliment all the sections of the House for unanimously passing these two historical resolutions. Bill. I would have been much more happy if they were passed earlier. This August House also demonstrated its resolve to check corruption by passing the pending Prevention of Corruption Bill and, more importantly, enabling hot pursuit of economic offenders who swindles resources and leave the country by passing the Fugitive Economic Offenders Bill. A few other bills sought to address issues relating to easing the hurdles to economic activities. In summary, this August House could address some issues of socio-economic justice during this session, which is the mandate and sacred duty of the Parliament. This session has proved that a performing Parliament can deliver on its mandate, and let us always remind and be guided by the principle for the future as well. Honourable members, it is pertinent to know as to how this session proved to be different from the previous ones. Deeply pained by the state of affairs during the last two sessions, I thought it necessary to sit with the leaders of various parties and did so on a day before the start of the session. At that meeting, I could clearly sense a certain intent and commitment to ensure a productive monsoon session. A message has been sent out that enough is enough. Two sessions have been wasted, and the standing of legislators and the Parliament has taken a massive hit, and it cannot repeat during this session. I felt very assured by this new conscience that was very sure of the outcomes, having seen it all earlier. I am glad this intent and concern has resulted in positive results. On this occasion, I would like to particularly compliment the leader of the opposition, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad, for effectively articulating the growing public concern over the dysfunctional Parliament on more than one occasion. I am also happy about the stand taken by different party leaders in Parliament to see that this session becomes more productive. While the productivity of this session is more than 74% is a welcome relief, let us remind ourselves of the 26% deficit. That's why I said, still I am not happy. Going by the indications, I am sure this deficit would be wiped out soon as we continue to walk on the path of this realization. I once again compliment all sections of the House for this turnaround. I need to say few words about this on this occasion. I would like to share with the honourable members on this occasion. During my daily meetings with the leaders of different parties, some leaders said more than once that I am getting very emotional, sentimental and about whatever is happening or not happening in the House and should not be so. Out of their concern for my health, some of the leaders even personally advised me not to take it so seriously and personally. They perhaps meant that disruptions are a part of parliamentary democracy and even a strategy. I am grateful to those leaders for their concern about me and my health. I am asking them to be more careful, more concerned about the health of the parliament and the nation. My problem is that I cannot take whatever happens inside the House as a matter of deja vu, which means that it is not new and what is happening earlier too, though it may be fact also. I know that Parliament to some extent is a political institution resulting in heightened tempers and altercations at times, but there cannot be a pattern to it. The pattern of disruption is a matter of serious concern. I am glad there has been a perceptual change. This time around, I do hope that it further improves the states like that. All that I like to stress is that our Parliament is more a constitutional institution and the weighty responsibilities cast upon all of us should overweigh political considerations, if any. Functioning of Parliament should not be seen as a mere ritual of meeting thrice a year, irrespective of the outcomes, as said in the morning by the leader of the opposition, that each session, I also hope, that should sit for more days. That is possible only if we utilize the sessions that are available in a constructive manner. Then I can also take up the matter with the government for more extended session. My emotional attachment is because of the Supreme Legislature has deep connect with the future and fortune of 130 crores. This is the short point. Friends, the Parliament sometimes sits longer than usual time. What does it mean? That means we are all concerned. Today also we are sitting beyond the non-official day. The reason is we are all concerned that we must make up the losses that has occurred. I would like to go beyond giving a statistical summary of the number of the bills passed and time lost, gained, etc., though they are important and necessary. Any session of Parliament, in my view, is our constitution and our polity at work. At the end of each session, we need to know whether we are able to make those two work in convergence or in divergence. We need to aim at ensuring convergence of these two by minimizing the divergence. I am glad this monsoon session has demonstrated our collective intent to maximize the convergence, and results are there for all of us to see. Honourable members, let me give a few statistical summary for public consumption also, because we are at the concluding of the session. There is a barometer of its productivity. This August House has recorded a productivity of more than 74% against about 53% of winter session of last year and 25% of the budget session this year. Against the time lost 27 hours and 42 minutes during the session on account of disruptions, the House sat beyond the scheduled time on 4 days, gaining about around 3 hours. 14 bills have been passed, including 5 pending bills, where only 10 bills could be passed during the last 2 sessions. Of the total 17 sittings held, there were no disruptions of any kind on 5 days. I was so happy on those days. We had only 7 such disruption-free days during the last 2 sessions. We had question hour on 12 days during this session against the total number of 8 such days during the last 2 sessions put together. A total of 91 oral questions were taken up this session, as against the total of 51 during the last 2 sessions together. Members made a record 120 0-hour submissions, as against the total of 67 during the last 2 sessions. 61 about special mentions were made, as well as against the combined 68 during the earlier 2 sessions. A total duration about 27 hours was spent on discussing the bills, accounting for about 30% of the total time. This comes to more than 2 hours discussing each bill. A total of 146 reports by various committees have been presented to the House. One calling attention notice on the issue of misuse of social media and the need for checking the same was taken up. One short duration discussion on the implementation of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act and another special discussion on the National Register for Citizens of Assam were also taken up. We need to improve upon this. In a total of 496 members have spoken on various issues under different windows like Jura Hour, Question Hour, Calling Attention Notice, Short Duration Discussion, discussions on bills, including private members' bills, special amendments, etc. I feel sorry that we could not discuss agriculture, which is a very important issue. We could not also discuss about the state of economy, which I have admitted these two motions for a variety of reasons which are known to all of you. I am also happy to share some unique features of this session. 12 questions were taken up for oral answers one day during this session. That means if you all cooperate, we can operate better. Submission of different kinds of notice online. Notice has been introduced. A total of 1 or 2 e-notices have been received during this session from 22 members. Sri Ram Vichar Netham has got the distinction of being the first member to submit 0-hour question notice online. First time member Srimati Kahakashan Parveen has presided over the question hour, becoming the first to do so, and within 7 minutes into question hour, she asked a minister to be the point, so as to give chance to members to speak, which event the experience hesitate to do normally. Stopping a minister, sometimes people hesitate. But she seems to have followed me. I'm happy about it. Simultaneous interpretation service has been made available in 5 more languages, that is Dogri, Kashmiri, Konkani, Santhali and Sindhi, making such service now available on all the 22 scheduled languages. I am very, very happy about this. For the first time on behalf of this August House, a memorandum of understanding was signed with the Senate of Rwanda for promoting bilateral exchange. Earlier, it used to be signed by the Speaker. But this time, we have taken an initiative that Rajya Sabha also can have direct understanding of memorandum with other countries. Leader of the opposition, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, and former Deputy Chairperson, Dr. Nazma Heftullah, received an outstanding parliamentary awards. And of course, Sri Harivamsa ji has been elected as the Deputy Chairperson of this House. I am also happy to inform you the 2-day orientation program organized by the Secretariat for the benefit of new members was very well received. I was skeptical about the attendance, but after I attended the inaugural function, I felt very happy. Many of the new members have turned up and they were showing keen interest. 2 days orientation program, they have all enjoyed it. And then I also could find one minister, Sri Hardeep Singh Puri, sat throughout the entire 2-day proceedings, setting an example. Normally, if one becomes minister, they think they have full knowledge. But this minister was available for 2 days in the meetings and also was inquisitively following the proceedings. About 35 new members have taken advantage of this program. I compliment the government, the leader of the opposition, leaders of various parties, and all the members for the new tidings during the session. I also compliment the Secretary General and this team and his team for the hard work. I also thank the media for their sustained interest in the proceedings. Still, I am not happy because the media is supposed to give more coverage to the August House, that is the Elders House, which is discussing vital issues of national importance. The monsoon session has been good, and so is the monsoon season. Let us look forward to the winter session with these happy memories ringing in our minds till then. Honorable members, I would like to thank you all. It is since completion of 1 year of my tenure in the office of Chairman as well as Vice President of India, I'll be completing 1 year by today evening. Now we'll go for the national song, Vande Mataram. The House stands adjourned. Sign and I. गुलाम नबी जी को बुलाना, खबरें